Well, Governor Adeleke of Osun State has formally resigned his membership of the People's Democratic Party. His resignation letter, although dated November, has made the light. Now, I mean, it was announced just today, December 2nd, and it's raising a lot of concern and conversation. Why now? What is the motive? What political party would he join? Given that Osun State primaries would soon happen, why did he choose this very moment? Joining me, two very fantastic gentlemen in the studio to dissect this matter is Mr. Philip. Are you having a good evening?
Of course I am.
You're having a good evening. Now you
Very
sound
good
like it. And Malam Kingsley, Malam Okafor. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Are you having a good evening?
Well, it's still 2 minutes to 4 my time, so good afternoon to
Are you having a good afternoon?
Yes.
So far?
Yes.
Okay, the next 2 minutes we'll know if
I'll be having a good evening.
Would you make my evening good? You see, I'm more interested in who is interested in making my evening good.
PM. Once it's PM, it's evening.
Oh.
Yes.
I like that. So, based on that analogy, sir, are you having a good evening? You people should
Yes,
excuse
I'm
me.
good.
All right, now Adeleke has resigned from the PDP. What do you think is the motive behind that?
You see, we have to look at the background of the Adeleke governorship and the PDP. Now, Adeleke is a first-time governor. It's a tradition that he will go for a second term. And today, the PDP is in disarray. The right thing for Adeleke to do is to look for alternative, because the Electoral Act provides that for your name to be on the ballot, the national chairman and the national secretary of your party will have to submit your name to INEC for you to be in the ballot. As it is today, PDP said they are conducting their primary next weekend. Who is the authentic chairman of PDP? Is it that after they conduct the primary, Adeleke will start fighting how to become a candidate in the election? Don't forget, this thing has happened before in Ondo State, where Jegede, I can't remember exactly, the PDP official there in 20 when Memiko was leaving. That was how PDP end up not having a candidate. They didn't go for proper campaign because they were busy in court fighting who is the rightful party leadership. When Sheriff I can't remember, the former governor of Borno State was holding
Ali Momodu.
Yes, Ali Momodu as the national chairman of PDP. That's how PDP lost the Ondo State election that year. So if Adeleke has said that, look, I am leaving PDP because of the crisis, because I want to look for a better platform to pursue my political dream as regard my re-election, I think he has taken the right step, because as it is today, we don't know when PDP will come out of their crisis, and election, the Osun State by-election is by the corner. So the motive behind it is for you to get a better platform to run for a second term.
Now, we know that he cited internal crisis, leadership crisis in the PDP as a reason why he decided to leave. Do you believe that, or are you with Philip on this?
Yes, on this one, I've always told people that leaving your party as a result of crisis, the crisis anticipated in that law is a crisis where your party is unable to function. And I can agree with Philip on this, that the party is unable to function. How? If you go to INEC register now, you still have Damago as the national chairman of PDP. Meanwhile, the convention that is just concluded at Ibadan, it is a Turaki that is the national chairman of PDP. So if a primary election is held today and the governor emerges as the flag bearer of the party, who submits his name to INEC? So this level of crisis, where the members of the party are prevented from exercising their rights as Nigerian, is strong enough for the person to seek another platform. This is unlike what has been happening before, when the national leadership is not in question. Maybe two friends within the party fighting, you say your party is in crisis. No, those are not the crises anticipated by the law. So if the crisis rises to the point where your constitutional rights could be breached, you could not be allowed to function or participate in the electoral process, yes, that crisis is sufficient for you to look for another party. And in this case, we don't know where he's going. I think there are other parties that are peaceful. I don't want to make a choice for him. But if he thinks that APC guarantees this, I don't know how that is going to work out for him. The philosophy he has in PDP, does that agree with the philosophy of APC? You know, or if he's just looking for another party to go for re-election, there are other smaller parties that he might.
Well, he is a sitting governor, right? How does his resignation as a governor from a party that brought him into office?
Yes, I was to even talk about that. Section 177 of the Constitution made it clear that to be a governor, you should be sponsored by a political party, should be a member of a political party. And, you know, if you require certain qualification to assess certain things, it is not anticipated that you're going to lose that qualification and still become that thing. But in this case, there's another law, you know, also empowering him to be able to leave his party because of that crisis. The crisis is there. So, you know, you don't just take one aspect of the law and, you know, and ignore the other. Now, we have a precedent in Bayelsa, where the governor actually was out of party for days and nothing happened. And that one, there was not even reason for that, because PDP had Damago as the national chairman as at that time. Nobody would have been prevented as at that date from being able to exercise his right or participate in the electoral process. And it happened. You know, PDP did nothing, Nigerians did nothing. So in this case, I do not expect much to happen. But I think the best is to move from one party to another party quickly, not allowing this vacuum to actually happen. Because if APC decides to use their federal might to get into being partyless, he might be singing another song. And you cannot say because it happened in Bayelsa that we cannot get it right now. We could decide to get it right from now.
Do you see him going to join the APC?
Well, never say never in Nigerian politics. You know, there's rumor that he's going to APC. He has actually visited Mr. President alongside with his elder brother and Davido, his cousin, a favorite cousin, and nobody know what transpire. And in this country, from the past 1 year, anybody that visited Mr. President in Lagos House, the next day they become APC member. So
we don't really know what's going on in that house.
And you also said that his resignation letter has been signed since November 5th, and it's just made no. You could have been as well be member of APC in the past, but whether it could be made no tomorrow, we don't know yet. But whether I cannot say for sure whether he's going to APC or he's not going to APC.
What do you think this means for PDP on the national level, losing such a crucial member?
Well, the PDP, they know that the PDP has anticipated it, because what is the purpose of causing crisis within the PDP is for them to lose their own. This is clear intimidation and harassment, because if the PDP has its intact, because we are taking it to another level, if the government of the day allow democratic institution to function without being distorted, the Governor Adeleke wouldn't have had the opportunity of saying that he's leaving his party, because the PDP, the democratic institution, they are not functional. PDP is one of them. So the man want to be part of the process, so he had to leave. So the PDP, they anticipated it, and it's not. I don't think it's a surprise to them. But the PDP, they are saying that they are going to come out stronger. They are working towards rebuilding their house.
Well, that's on the national level. Now, in Osun State, the governorship primaries in Osun State for the PDP is very clear. In fact, they had to move it forward after this resignation was announced. Do you think that they can still put their house in order, in this short period?
It's not going to be easy, because the battle that is affecting them in the state is coming from the national. And the national, Turaki and Wike's faction are not getting anywhere close to reconciliation. And, Wike happens to have the power from the federal government. Otherwise, if it is just Wike, is just an ordinary citizen. PDP is as good as peace. But Wike could, you see what happened the other day, that Wike's faction wanted to hold a BOT meeting at PDP Secretariat. Police mobilized armored vehicle and all that. If it was me that declared
That meeting, nobody will be there.
They will get me arrested, more likely.
Straight up,
No,
straight up.
straight away.
Yes, straight
So Wike has that power, even though the law might not be on his side. Nobody knows, because the convention that happened at Ibadan, Anyanwu, as a subsisting national secretary at that time, signed for that. So he ended up saying that his signature was forged. So he approached the police for investigation. Instead of allow that process to play out, he ended up not trusting that process again. He decided to use power to come into PDP secretariat to take over. So you don't expect that kind of things will be resolved so dramatically and so quickly before Osun, primaries. The question here is, will Osun PDP decide to go ahead with their own primaries, ignoring
the drama at the national level?
Ignoring the drama at the national level. So there are no serious politicians want to invest. Campaign costs a lot.
Especially now. Yeah. Especially now. Very sad. Now, what's your take on that, the primaries, and what do you think that they should do so that they can get a better chance?
You see, if Osun State or PDP as a whole conduct a primary in Osun State for as a respect of the governorship election that is coming, I think the largest is exercise in futility, because who is going to submit the names of the winner of that primaries to INEC? I think this is one of the reasons why Adeleke has to step aside, because he saw it as exercise in futility, because he's not going to take you anywhere, because those who are going to conduct the primary are not recognized by the law. So what kind of primary are they conducting? So for me, PDP should go and put their house in order before start talking about primaries. You don't just say you are conducting primary for just for the fun of conducting primaries. You should conduct primary for the purpose of election. And what is the election? After winners emerge from the primaries, the name should go to INEC, and that such name to be on the ballot. So when you don't have that inroad to INEC, then there should be no need for such primaries.
Well, as the nation gears and gets ready towards 2027, and Osun State gets ready for 2026, we sit and we ponder, what is the future of Nigeria's democracy if every other party continues to be in shambles except the incumbent? These questions and more on alternatives, on alternative mindsets will bring more interesting subjects for you. Have a very good evening.